showing this Birkin bag in such a horrific light, it really made me question my whole handbag collection, guys, because I have really been, I think in a way, mesmerized, brainwashed, delusional about these handbags, like really just worshipping handbags. And at the end of the day, guys, they're just like pieces of leather filled with like cardboard crap. Like, why are we so obsessed with handbags? Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. If you love shopping and handbag videos, please like and subscribe to my channel. Last night I watched a video that completely shook me and my perception of my own handbags, and I wanted to tell you guys, you have got to watch this video. It is from a man called Bedo Leatherworks LLC. His channel is so awesome, guys. I've been watching it for a few years, but his most recent video, guys, shook me. He actually received a Birkin, looks like a blue jean Birkin, correct me if I'm wrong guys, but it's a big Birkin to work on, and apparently this Birkin was sitting in a garage or an attic, an unclimatized environment for many years. It was given to the client as a gift, and it just sat in the storage for a long amount of time. And upon taking the bag out of storage, it smelled disgusting, had a real mildew smell to it. And when you look on the inside of the bag, guys, it is like crumpled. There's all this like white stuff all over it. It is absolutely disgusting. Now, the owner of this bag took it to Bedo. Anyway, I'll link his video below, guys. And, you know, he is really good at restoring bags. It was actually a $5,000 job. That's how intensive this restoration was. He actually had to, like, completely remake the bag to be able to get rid of the smell and to redo the inside. So anyways, upon him dissecting the bag, you really got to see what the inside of a Birkin looks like. Now, I don't know, guys, if this bag is authentic, but I'm going to assume it is only based on the fact that the client was willing to pay $5,000 to repair this bag. If it was a fake bag, I mean, you could definitely just buy a real, like, another fake bag. Let me know, guys. Do you think this bag is real? Because I don't know, it's really hard to tell because it's constantly moving and everything. But according to the date stamp, it is an M and square, which means it's from 2009. So it's actually not a super old bag. Anyways, guys, when he opened up the bag, he started to disassemble all the parts to clean it. All this disgusting stuff came out, like cardboard, some sort of like wadding or padding, and it was completely disintegrated from being in storage. It apparently smelled absolutely disgusting. He had to wash and condition the leather several times for it to be okay to work with, and it just, oh my gosh, just seeing that Birkin completely deconstructed really was a wake-up call for me, guys, because I feel like I've put Hermes on such a pedestal. And honestly, guys, I like to be open and honest with you and share my handbag findings and research and all this. And the reason why I really got into Hermes is because in my head, they were bags that are pretty indestructible and could last many decades. But then upon seeing this bag in such a bad state, that was only from 2009. Now, it must have been in some really bad environment for it to disintegrate to this point, because I've seen vintage bags from like the 50s, which are not this bad. And actually, I recently picked up a bag from the 1960s from Vestiaire, which was also in nowhere near this bad a condition, or apparently smelt this bad. But it's just so fascinating to see what the inside of a Birkin bag looks like. It is really just like, I don't know, like cardboard and fluffy stuff, which I knew this was the case, guys. Like, I know that designer bags contain like cardboard sometimes and like things that don't look that good. But, you know, when you think about looking after your bags, you never really think about how the inside is what's going on with the inside, because you know, there are so many like pre-loved Chanel bags on the market where you see the interior is like completely deflated. I'm going to assume that the inside of the bag is like disintegrating slowly over time, and those bags still have value. And you know, you look on the outside of the bag and you think, oh, there's no scratches, no ink, but who the hell knows what is going on inside of the bag. Like, I feel like when I buy a bag now, maybe I need to like x-ray the bag to see if the inside is in a good state, because if it's disintegrating from the inside, it honestly completely ruins the bag and you have to like deconstruct the bag to remake it again. So anyways, this bag was in a really, really bad state. It was crumbling from the inside and he had to actually remake the lining of the bag. So he used some blue lambskin to remake the bag. He stitched it himself, did it all up. He even did like the lacquering on the edges and all the fine details. He showed us how he like grinds down the edges and some of the saddle stitching he was doing. It's really fascinating to watch, and it just goes to show as well like how much goes into these bags. Like, it just looks very difficult to make, in my opinion. Not that I've worked with you know, leather to this extent before, but it just looks like, yeah, you can see why it's an expensive bag. At the end of the video, he questions as to whether this bag is really worth the price tag, and he mentions that it's worth 20 to 30,000 USD, which I feel like he overvalued the bag. Like, I'm pretty sure a bag like this in the store would be I don't know, maybe 10,000 USD. I don't know. I'm bad at USD, guys. Like, probably like I think it's a Birkin 30 by looking at it. I don't think it's a 35. I have to double check the video, but I feel like it would be like 16,000 Australian dollars. So anyway, I feel like he overvalued the bag, but in any case, it's a bag that's worth, you know, a lot of money. And he says that although the leather is amazing, he said it really washed up really well. Like, it's a very beautiful quality leather. You are mainly paying for the Hermes brand, the little stamp on the front that says Hermes, and you are paying for the status and the design of the bag, which is, yeah, it's not new news to me either. But I think him just showing this Birkin bag in such a horrific light, it really made me question my whole handbag collection, guys, because I have really been, I think, in a way, mesmerized, brainwashed, delusional about these handbags. Like, really just worshipping handbags. And at the end of the day, guys, they're just like pieces of leather filled with like cardboard crap. Like, why are we so obsessed with handbags? Like, I don't know. Like, you can just leave it in a garage for like 20 years and it can disintegrate in such a horrific way. It really made me consider all the bags that I have, and it made me realize that I really need to start using all my bags, because bags are not indestructible. You can just leave them on your shelf and they can still be disintegrating. And I know this because when I had Chanel bags, there were some that were starting to tarnish without me even using them. Or even recently I showed you guys my Louis Vuitton keychains that were bending without me even using them. And sometimes when you don't use a bag, it actually is worse for the bag, because something about like not giving it enough air or like getting it out in the sunshine can affect the integrity of like the interior of the bag, or like the leather to breathe, and even the hardware can tarnish. Like, it's just making me really analyze how I should keep my bags, and if I should really only cut it down to like the bags I really use, and maybe only have a few like bags that I don't use. Because I don't know, maybe I should make a separate video on this, guys, but I have like over 20 bags now, and there is no way I could possibly fully utilize each one of those bags. There's only 7 days in a week. I honestly usually only wear but one bag a day. It's not like I use 2 bags a day, and I gravitate mainly towards, you know, my Picotins and my Bolide bags and my Her bag. And in the meantime, my Kellys and my Birkin just sit on the shelf. But, you know, the Kellys and the Birkin are like the most special bags to me, and I really want to wear them. To be honest, they're the prettiest bags I have, but I put them on this pedestal of like, you know, it's a Kelly, it's a Birkin, and I can't wear it. And to be honest, guys, like, wearing a Birkin in the city in Melbourne is probably not a safe thing to do either. It's probably safer to wear a Bolide, because nobody really knows what it is. You know, a Bolide as in like something like this, it is a lot more low-key than wearing something like this, because now everybody knows what a Birkin is. It's really hard for me to wear it, you know. I just feel like oh my gosh, that's a Birkin. That's why it's worth so much money, because people put it on this massive pedestal because it's such an iconic bag. Not a very practical bag, but it is such an iconic bag, which makes me want to buy more, because I found myself the other day really wanting a Birkin 25. I was on Finkelpuff, I was scrolling. Me and my boyfriend were thinking maybe we should go to Japan at the end of the year, and maybe I can stop by Singapore and like look at the consignment stores, and I'm like, oh gosh, maybe I should buy a Birkin, but I'm like, at the same time, like, I don't fully utilize the Birkin I have, and for all I know, it's disintegrating on the inside, right? Like, I don't know, guys, like, this video really gave me a wake-up call that I need to either start using all of my bags or really think about maybe letting a few bags go, because I have too many to use, and it's a shame for them to just be sitting on my shelf without, I don't know, I guess if I can store them in an appropriate manner, which I think I am, like, they seem fine on my shelf. I always like dust every week, and I like having them out because I can see them. I feel like it's a waste if they're just sitting in the dust bag. But I don't know, guys, this really made me think about my bags in general just watching this video. But let me know, guys, have you seen this video and what did you think of it? And did it make you look at bags in a different manner? I mean, his channel is really helpful. It's similar to Tanner Leatherstein, where he kind of puts bags in a different light and gets real with, you know, how they're constructed and how they're made and if they're really worth it. I think it's good to have this knowledge because it kind of whacks you back into reality. So I would recommend watching this video, but yeah, let me know if it changed the way that you look at your own handbags. Anyways, thanks for listening to my blabby video today. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys on my next one. Bye!